Hey everybody, it's Nelson with Creekwood.aquatics. Flip my camera. There we go. I was having trouble getting into the live for some reason. It wouldn't let me in. So hi everybody, it's Nelson with Creekwood.aquatics. This is my fish room. Right now we have for capacity in this fish room. We have a ton of bettas available. We have a lot of community fish. We have Bon Rio tetras. We have the classic neon tetra. We have a couple fancy little bettas, like our blue alien over here. There is a few, you can see them right there. Baddest, the Scarlet Gems. And for the more adventurous crowds, we have some moray eels. There's actually a moray. Algae eaters, yes we do. I wish I had an allergy eater, especially. Yeah, we have some lemon blue eyes. Where are my lemon blue eyes this week? There we go. Yeah, we have some lemon blue eyes. We have the ability to get some super red plecos. Over here, I have a more exotic pleco. This is pleco L397. I forgot the full name, but it's something tiger. But these guys have a beautiful striped pattern on them. If I can ever get them to show themselves, there he is. Yeah, imagine seeing this guy in your aquarium. If you ever see him. But yeah, we have those plecos available. We have lemon blue eyes, and we have the ability to pick up super reds. Actually, I have a baby super red. This one hatched from my breeding pair 2 weeks ago. No, the female betas are arriving tomorrow morning. They got delayed by a day, but I'll do an unboxing video, and we'll get them listed. Yes, we do have some snails available. We have a couple mystery snails. Here we go. I put the golds in here last stream. So yeah, we have a few gold. I know there's a few ivory, and then there's a few chestnuts lying around. Yeah, I know you were looking forward to the female betas, but they will be here tomorrow. The little gold one that we showed you, that won't be here tomorrow. Hopefully she has more sisters, and I know the males will be in. But there's a little ivory snail right here. Yeah, so we have the white ivory, and then I know there's a few chestnuts. Our snails are $5. And we try to bring in at least 25 to 50 snails a week, depending on the needs. Yeah, this week we're redoing. Hey, right now we're redoing this whole rack, so I just took that all apart. Albino cories, I can get them for you. They're $8. They're at my breeder's facility. I just haven't had time to get there this week. We've been doing so many aquarium servicings and moves this week that it's just hard to keep up. But if you're interested in albino cory, send me a DM and I'll get you an invoice tomorrow. But yeah, they're $8 and they're about ½ inch to 1 inch long. But I can get you as many as you want. And how much are the algae eaters? Blah, blah, blah. Do I have a number? I think the lemon blue eyes are 15, and my super reds are usually 25. Well, yeah. Yeah, we try to make the prices reasonable, but today is Blackworm Day. Woo! So throughout this stream, we're going to pick a fish and we're going to feed them a ton of blackworms. Yeah, there you go. I got to add gravel to this one. I just set this one up. Oh, those if you want to look up their L number, it's L397. I forgot the name. It's something in Spanish, something tiger. But there he is right here. Let's zoom in while he's actually out. There he is. They have beautiful orange and black stripes on this guy. Yeah, we have these guys. I think they're listed. Where are they? I think they're listed down to 40 for this week. I think I have 3 more of these left that I'm trying to move. Oh, I said I believe they're normally 50, but I can knock them down to 40 because I'm trying to move these fish right now. I'm trying to bring in some more stuff this week. So usually I have to clear out a lot of the room so I could bring in a bunch of new stuff. But let me go check the shop real fast. I might be able to edit his price from the shop. No, he's not in the shop for some reason. I should have 3 of them. You see, there's one right there. Oh, and the other 2 are actually sitting out in the open right there. So yeah, 1 and 2. Usually there's a fish living in Groot's butt every so often. I find them in here. Oh, there might be one down there. Yeah, there's one. I heard him. I heard him grunt. But yes, we have 3 of those plecos available. If you want me to put them on the board, we could pop them on the board. But yeah, they're a very exotic looking pleco. There we go. That's the best view I've got of him. In the last couple streams, that's the best view I've gotten. We will be on tomorrow. Yes, we will. But yeah, tomorrow I'm planning on picking up my female bettas. And I plan on stopping by the breeder because I need more quarries. I need more plecos. And I need some more assorted guppies because I'm running low on guppies. But yeah, if you guys are just joining the chat, you can always go to our shop button. You can take a look at what's in the shop. And if there's something you're interested in, we can always walk you over there. We do have a variety of fish. Right now, we have our special on our angels. See if I can get a nice video of them. But yeah, right now our angels are normally $10, but we're doing a special on them this week. So for $25, we're doing a 3-pack of angels, assorted. So we have a lot of marble, we have some silver, we have some leopard in here. We also do have some small discus available. They've been doing really well this week. I always get nervous with bringing discus in from the vendors, but this week they've been really good. They're really fat and they love to eat. So we're going to keep pounding these guys with some food. So where are my blackworms? Nice scoop of blackworms. We're on 8 o'clock. We're doing 30 minutes earlier this week. So 8 o'clock, and we usually stream till 10. There we go. See that discus, how he jumps in there? That's what I like to see. I like to see discus that have really big appetites. There we go. We also have some plants available. If you guys are looking for some plants, I'll show you what's left for this. We have some Luigi sprites, not water sprites. Oh, this actually might be water sprite. We do love that texture on. Grow really fast, really prolific. We're starting to grow up here. You're able to actually clip this plant right below that little root, and you can start cultivating these guys in your aquariums. And these are super easy to grow. I don't do anything for them. We plant them in the water, we give them light, we feed our fish, and they survive off of the fish waste. Another really fun plant that we have here, I only have one left for the week, but this one is Dihydrophilia. He's already rooted into the ground. Who's biting me? Oh, the barbs are biting me. But yeah, this hydrophilia is already rooted to the ground. So that's a good sign. Yeah, you can always see my goldfish. All you have to do is ask. I said there's never any pressure to buy anything, but you can look at everything we have in the shop. So here's our ranchu over here, our red and white ranchu. And we have another one over here. And they are the cutest little chicken nuggets you'll ever see in your life. Yeah. Yeah, these guys, they came out of Florida. They came out of a breeder in Florida. And they did a really good job with them. Yeah, usually when I order them from the big vendors, they come with like spinal issues or like, yeah, they just. Oh, because the black one came from a different vendor. So the red and whites, they were sold to me as mediums, and the black rancher was sold to me as a small. So there was different, yeah, there was different pricing when I got them, but yeah, they came from two different vendors. So yeah, when we price stuff, I'm not just making up imaginary prices. Like we look at the price, we add our little price calculator to it, and that's how we come up with our. Yeah, no, it's all right. But yeah, that's how most stores do it. But yeah, that's a little black one. But yeah, you see the size difference. He's really tiny. I also don't like the way he's swimming. He swims for a little bit and then he floats. So yeah, we're probably gonna feed him some peas and see if he can pass some gas. But yeah, these guys were a good buy. I enjoyed them. We had 5 this week. We sold 3, and they've been fantastic. Yeah, I said they came out of one of the vendors in Florida. Now, where the vendors got them from, I don't know. They have a whole network of people they work with in those big breeders, those big breeding farms. Yeah, we also have. So these were sold to me as chili raciboras, but they're not. They're raciboras, but they're exclamation point raciboras. There we go. Some of them have been coloring up really nicely. But we're going to try to do a small breeding group of these. And then up there we have the green kobutai. Where are my eels? Yeah, we sold one eel earlier today. Oh, here they are. They have this entire tank, but they want to be in the tiniest little cave. Oh, there's his face. I want to see if I can get them out. There we go. All 3 of them. All 3 of them were in there. But yeah, these quickly became my favorite fish in the aquarium this week. They're an actual moray eel. They're not like one of the loaches that everybody calls an eel. He looks hungry. But yeah, I like to set my decorations where the eels have a place to hide, but we can still see them because that's kind of the point. But yeah, there's an eel in the back. Let's see if we can zoom in. No, we can't. I'm going to tell you what. Yes, they are expensive. I know two people in our city, San Antonio, that do have a breeding colony of the zebra plecos, and they sell their babies. They sell their babies every few months. So I think there's a batch available right now, and one day we will get a breeding pair of zebra plecos. I think they're a great investment. They just take so long to breed. Cause yeah, I know. Tell me about it, man. But they'll be cool. Maybe one of these weeks I'll go over to my buddy's little fish farm and see if I can get a picture of the zebra plecos. But they're beautiful. Hmm. Absolutely. This whole room has cost so much, but it's come such a long way. Have you seen my fish room? Let me show you. My little fish room has come such a long way from last June. So even our beta systems, I show this off every week because I'm so proud of it. But we have a recirculating beta system. And we have the world's most beautiful bettas bred by the most expert betta breeder. Yeah, goldfish they're fun to breed. I do want to breed them. The one part that isn't fun is dealing with culls. I think when I do it, anyone that's not like show quality, we're just gonna sell really cheap. Um, just because, yeah, I don't like dealing with culls. Oh, he got ripped. No, yeah, they're really cool. There's a lot of breeders in San Antonio that I know that do it. He actually might show up on the stream. Um, and there's a few guys in Houston that do it too. Yeah, I mean that's part of what it is too. It's just because their genetics are so like funky that yeah, you'll get some funny shaped ones like they're not compatible with life. Whoop, whoop. Same thing with my corals. I just did a big water change on this system, and that coral looks like he got ripped right down the center. So I don't know if he's going to pull through from that injury. I'm probably going to dip him in iodine after the stream, see if I can save him. But yeah, if anybody wants to go to the shop, take a look at the shop. You can always ask to see certain fish. Yeah, it's the most nicest way I can put that. Yeah, sometimes I'm really proficient in HR speak. He's been healing up real nicely. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, when you're starting a fish based business, the best thing to do is go slow and steady. I started with Daphnia magna cultures in my living room, and we moved on from the buckets to the fish room, and then to aquarium maintenancing. Because the thing is, you can't just do one thing. Like, yeah, that's the hardest thing. Like these eels, like I really like these eels, but I know I have to sell them. Like I can't keep all the fish. I can't keep all the cool corals, because they eventually have to move somewhere. But I do have my own personal tanks inside the house, so I try to make sure that I keep the business fish in the business and then the house fish in the house. But yeah, we have a lot. Actually, one of my favorite cichlids. These guys are the orange chromides. These guys are from Asia. They're one of two Asian cichlids, and they can convert to brackish water. Yeah, that'll be cool if you can get that going. I would like to breed these guys though. They don't. They're cheap. What are they? I believe they're $10, but they don't show up. They don't show up in the trade too often. So anytime they're available, I always get them into the shop. But yeah, you can convert these guys to a brackish water system, almost marine. And then we have some Asian rummy nose over there. Those guys have been doing a lot of breeding type behaviors. There he is coming around. Can I zoom in on him? There he is. He's pooping. Yeah, when I worked at the zoo, we had some archer fish. They're about 6, 7 inches, and we got them to lay eggs one time, and they laid like thousands of eggs. And we weren't ready, so we were scooping them up, popping them in buckets, adding them with aerators and sponge filters. Um, we saw some. We saw some mitosis. We saw some cell division, but eventually all the eggs just turned fungusy and they died. So yeah, we just weren't ready. But I do want to breed these Asian rummy nose right here. Like we have not had time for fish breeding projects, but we're starting to get to the point where we do want to have some projects going on in house. But if anyone tells me that's not a beautiful fish, that is a fantastic fish. Yeah, even the ranchos for me from the vendors, they're expensive. So I think our ranchos are, I think they're $50. I think they're 50 or $60. But yeah, they're. Oh, I was feeding these guys. Yeah, but yeah, if you can get them breeding, it is an investment. But if you can get them breeding and you can sell a couple of those babies, um, it's a good investment. I mean, there was a time when I used to import betas, and I bred some giants. I bred some giants, and I bred some hellboys, and it was a fun experience. I sold them, but the amount of work I put into them, yeah, the amount of work I put into them, yeah, I would have had to keep doing it on a large scale. He damaged his fins. I don't know how he damaged his fin. I wonder if he got too close to the intake. Yeah, he'll heal up. Wah, wah, wah. Let's give some to the ranchos. They remind me of my pugs. You can only tell when they're starting to breed, because the males get it's called a breeding rash on their face. They'll get like a bunch of white dots, like they have pimples, and it's just their hormones going crazy. And the males will relentlessly chase the female, so he'll be constantly rubbing his face on her butt. The other thing I do is when they're close to breeding, I can pull them from the water and I can give their belly a quick little squeeze, and I'll see if either egg or sperm comes out, and then I'm like, all right, I know who's who. Yeah, but yeah, they have to be close. They have to be close to their breeding cycle, though. Like I'm pretty sure you can get sperm from the male anytime, but you can't get eggs from the females until she's ready. Because I think I squeezed both of these and I didn't get any sperm, so I'm like 60% sure they might be females. But I have to I got to condition them for breeding. We also have some pea puffers over here, and there's a nice big male right there. Oh, he's mean. He is very mean. But yeah, we're planning on breeding these. What I found out about them is that they're all born female, and the largest one will change into a male. But I know when they breed, it's pretty intense because the male will bite and latch onto the females until they release their eggs. So yeah, it becomes it's a whole process. But yeah, we're gonna start trying to breed these guys. They're really popular. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they're really popular. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to breed these. Um, all fish are different. Um, there's some killies. Do I have some killies available here? Yeah, we have some Gardner Achilles here, and They're called a switch spawner. So they'll breed every day. They'll drop a few eggs every day, but they'll lay eggs in the substrate. They'll lay eggs on the plant. Um, yeah, they'll lay their eggs in different places. But yeah, you can get these guys to lay eggs every couple days. Um, Guys like the guppies and the live bearers and the mollies, um, you can get them to breed every 30 to 60 days. Um, Bettas, you can condition them, but yeah, you can only breed them like once every few weeks. Yeah, that's why we're building a greenhouse. So we're gonna order a greenhouse. I know you guys can't see it, but we're gonna install it right outside the building over here, and yeah, hopefully we can get them to go out there. But yeah, all fish are different. You just have to learn their cycles. You gotta learn what triggers them. Like I have a breeding pair of discus inside, and with them, I have to change something in their environment to trigger a spawn. So whether it's I heat their tank, cool their tank, give them a water change, stop doing water changes, feed them live food, stop feeding them, I have to do something different to trigger a spawning event. And then there's my boys. He's so cute. Yeah. So let's see if we could zoom in and we can see some real cool things about these eels. But he does have his there he is. You can see his little middle row of teeth. His teeth are right down the center. They're serrated, so it means they're curved backwards. So once he bites onto something, he's not going to let it go. And yeah, his little nose nostrils are cute. But also, he has a secondary set of jaws in his throat. They're called pharyngeal jaws. But they have a second set of jaws. Why am I so big here? They have a second set of jaws that once they bite onto something, their second set of jaws will come up, grab it from the inside, and then it'll work it down their bodies. It is absolutely nightmare fuel. But that's why I like doing these lives. Not only do I get to sell fish and I get to keep the business running, but I get to talk about really cool, weird fish facts. I think they want more worms. You want more worms? Yeah, a big old fish nerd. There's a company that has a shirt that says Pleco suck. Yeah, it's a really cute company. I don't know what they did. I think they sold like algae pads or something, but yeah, maybe one day someone could look it up. But yeah, the Pleco Suck Company. I'm trying to see what else we got here. These are my last two little Madakas. The white lip Madaka cichlid. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is my female, and that's my male over here. But yeah, I definitely have to do a bigger cichlid order. I'm trying to sell these guys out because I'm trying to bring in some 4, 5, 6 inch cichlids in. And then these are my rotifers. I wonder if we can see these on camera. They're little microscopic bugs that we feed to the reef tanks. I can see them. Oh, there's my baby pleco again. Oh, there's two of them. There's one in the back, and there's one in the front. He's grown so fast. I mean, these guys were fry like a couple days ago. They still had their yolk sets. Oh, scared me. The door scared me. They're all good. I do like super reds. This is a super red female right here. And then I have a super red male over here. He lives in this tube. Yeah, I can't see him. My lights are too dim. Did they leave? I know I saw him with a bunch of eggs earlier. I'm going to pour this out in here. Oh, yeah, there was a bunch of babies in there. Look at that. More babies came out. Oh, that was cool. Oh, yeah, they're still coming out. They're still coming out of the tube. Yeah, I knew I saw Daddy sitting on some more babies. But yeah, I think, let's get this under the light. I think that's it for babies. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, this tube is empty. All right, that's cool. You guys got to see some babies. Let me make sure there's nobody in here. Yeah, because what I was told, betas are coming in tomorrow. I did order, I think I ordered 2 Hellboys tomorrow. So we're getting 2 Hellboys tomorrow. The fancy gold males are coming, and 25 assorted females are coming. And there's going to be some gold females in that batch too. One of them's already promised to Dee Dee, but if there's any more golds, up for grabs. And the thing about the bushy nose plecos, all right, follow me here, but the lemon blue eyes, the super reds, the calicos, the chocolates, the dragons, the regular bushy nose, they're all the same fish. The guy that I buy my super reds from, his parents, they will have super red babies, lemon blue eyes, calico, and dragons, green dragons. The dragons, honestly, they look like a regular bushy nose. They're just more of like a bronzy color, like more of a bronzy green. The lemon blue eyes, yeah, they're cool. And here, he's running away. But you see why they get their name? They're yellow and they have blue eyes. Yeah, like occasionally I will bring in green phantoms. Blue phantoms are just a subspecies. They're technically the same fish. Um, I like them. They're a little sensitive. Um, they are beautiful, but I tend to like more fish that are more aquaculture friendly. Like, yes, I'll bring in cool exotic things like the eels every once in a while, but for the most part, I try to bring stuff that's easily farmed that I can always type of bring in. Let me see what my breeder has tomorrow because he might have some. He might have some longfin dragons or longfin chocolates available, which they're very similar. I would love to do like a fish visit, like a whole video at my friend Juan's house who does the breeding. But Juan's a very like private guy. So I don't think he would like cameras in his fish room. It's a really nice fish room, and he sells a lot of fish. But yeah, I think he likes to keep a low profile, lower profile. But yeah, when it comes to breeding plecos, um, the guy's a genius. Oh, he also breeds celestial pearl danios, cherry barbs, hill stream loaches, and a couple cichlids. Oh, I think he has oh, what are they? They're the Opistogramma cockatoidi. Yeah, he does those. And there's my female baddest living her best life. There's a male. That's just an ugly male. Don't let his ugliness fool you. That's a male. The females are just like gray. But the thing is, I know this female. I know her territory. I saw her just duck behind one of those pieces of gravel. But she'll show up soon. But these guys quickly are becoming a very popular aquarium fish. People like them because you can keep them in small micro tanks. They are predatory. That's why they're scanning. They're not just swimming. They're actively looking for small bugs to eat in the gravel. See how he's putting his face straight into that rock? Yeah, they're looking. They're hunting. You know what? Let's give them some blackworms. I might have to crush them up a little bit. But yeah, as soon as they see something they like, they're on top of it. No, this is my shop. This is my shop. I started this shop with just $500 in my pocket. That's why I'm so proud of this room that I've built, room, and it became this. We're expanding to the greenhouse in November, and hopefully in the next 2 years we'll have our storefront. What are my store times? Um, so our shop is open every day from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's why I do the streams right after the shop closes because I'm still in this area. So while I'm closing up the room, we do our final live stream and we try to get a couple extra sales for the day. Oh, well, yeah, yeah. Here, let me flip the camera around for this. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. All right. So for 20 years, I've been honing this craft. I started working in a little pet shop in New Jersey. From there, I worked at one of the big pet stores. I worked at PetSmart for a year. I didn't enjoy it. PetSmart was a terrible experience. From there, I got a job working at Rainforest Cafe. From there, built up. Anyway, 8 years working at the zoo, San Antonio Zoo, I decided I wanted to do something bigger, better for myself. So we started growing Daphnia magna water fleas, and we started culturing phytoplankton, food for reef tanks. So we started doing this, and eventually we made enough money off of that business to finance this shed. And then after that, Um, we had a bunch of aquariums. Let's go back over here. Like this was an old breeding rack that I had. These tanks I got from a friend who bought them from Petco when they closed one of their stores. And then a lot of these other tanks I slowly started accumulating over time. So we had the money, we had the building. All we needed was the fish. So a long time because a lot of these vendors they don't want to sell to people selling out of their garages or out of their homes, out of their houses. So I had to show we're doing something different. I had to show that yes, we have customers, yes, we do business, but this is our water change schedule. This is what we're feeding. We do have our business license right on the wall, right here. But no, yeah, yeah. This has been my lifelong goal. I remember walking into my parents hated fish. That's the funny thing. I do this. My parents hated this. But I remember walking into this small little pet shop in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, and we used to buy bird seeds for our little parakeet. But I was always mesmerized by the pet store. I love walking past the fish aisle. I like looking at the reptiles. I love looking at the birds. And I always thought that I wanted to do something with animals, and I did. I've always worked at pet shops, worked at zoos and aquariums. I managed zoo and aquarium for 8 years. Been doing that for like managing aquariums for like 14 years. Anyway, the point was, it got to a point where I realized I keep using my skills and my abilities to benefit other people, other companies, and it was time to build something of my own. So that's what Creekwood.aquatics was for. Story time. 500 bucks, 4 buckets, Daphnia shed fish room business. We're done. The mic is getting retired for tonight. Hopefully, you guys can hear me again. Yeah. Again, I gave up on this mic. This mic holds charge for like 5 minutes and it dies. But yeah, like I said, big box stores, they did put a very bad taste in my mouth. And I realized there's some things that they do are good. There's a lot of things that they do are bad. One thing that they do really bad is the condition that they keep their betas in. And I never wanted to replicate that. So yes, we do keep them. These are half-gallon jars. Um, but yes, just recirculate. Just give them warm water. This water is about 78 to 80 degrees every day. It gets a weekly water change because it's such a large system. We have plants in every single one of these tanks. We feed these fish daily. They get pellets, they get blackworms, they get bloodworms, they get daphnia. Like they have a variety of diet. Everyone in this fish, a lot of the fish in this fish store eat better than I do. Let's be honest. But the thing is, like, yes, these are animals and they are worthy of respect. So we try to give them as much respect and as much love and as much care as they deserve. See, I'm leaking right here. I can't get this one to stop leaking. Yeah, they don't mind being in shallow. I don't like to put them in shallow tanks. Um, but yeah, the main killer, the main culprit is cold temperatures. Every time I go into a Petco or PetSmart, it's always cold in the store. It's always at least like 70, 72, and their water's at least going to be 4 or 5 degrees colder than the ambient temperature. So yeah, they're going to be cold and they're not going to be happy, and they don't deserve that. If you guys want to see my medical stuff, like yeah, we budget for medications too. It's a little messy right now, but yeah, we have a ton of Vic X. It's one of our favorite general medications. We do Prozi for external internal parasites. Trash product. I don't like it. I do have copper on hand. I do have some antibiotics. I just can't find them right now. But yeah, we use Metro. We use Canaplex. Just can't find it now. Oh yeah, when they sell the I'll go back. Yeah, when they sell the baby betas, yeah, that's awful. My breeder here's Ikex. Now I'm going to tell you why this is one of the best products to use. We're going to turn it over and we're going to go to its ingredients. Ingredients. Every shop needs TW40. But formaldehyde. Yeah, formaldehyde, it might seem really scary, but there's some diseases that you can only treat with formaldehyde. Epistylis is one of them. Brooklynella in clownfish is another. So yeah, this is a nice thing. It basically burns the fish's slime coat, and they slough off that slime, and those parasites come off. The other one is malachite green, and this is it's like a form of copper. It's related to copper, but it's really good for pathogens. It'll wipe them out. Anyway, I really enjoyed this product. I even use this product on scaleless fish, and I don't have any issues with it. Usually, it's 5 mils for every 10 gallons. So yeah, they built this to be yeah. See, 5 mils every 10 gallons. Um, you let it sit for 24 hours. You do a 10% water change, and then you redose. But it will turn you blue. It will turn you blue. And then when we ship animals, we always put 5 drops of methylene blue in a 5 gallon. Yeah, but yeah, we always use methylene blue. It's a good. It protects the fish while they're shipping. So yeah, we take a lot of care. Oh, here are my antibiotics. So yeah, we have Metro, which is the other ones. Yeah, Metro, Canaplex, and more Metro. So this needs to go into the medical bin. Medical bin. But yeah, like again, we love this hobby. I put a lot into it. Um, yeah, so yeah, we that's why we do this, and we put a lot of money into the fish, and it shows off in their health, their skin, their colors. If anything is questionable, we do not sell it. I mean, there's been people here who can tell you that if a fish is bad, I tell people on stream, we're not selling this fish. This fish is going to stay back until they're clear. Yeah, we will not sell a fish that is compromised. That's one thing we will not do. We will never do that. But I'm happy. But I want to see these little baby plecos again. There's so many of them now. It's a little baby blue shrimp. So the better racks. I go on Amazon and I buy this quarter-inch water line. So you can buy like a roll of 50 feet of this stuff. You can get it for $20. And then I like to buy these T fitting. I mean these 90-degree shark bites, and I get these valves. I think you can get like a 12 pack of these for, again, I think like 20 bucks, 20, 30 bucks. Um, these containers you can get from Uline, or you can order them off of Amazon. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get a case of these um, for at least like 80 bucks. These are the old style containers. These are Beanie Baby holders that you can get from Amazon. These are a little expensive. But basically, what we did is we have a little pump down there we got from Amazon. I think that pump was like 40 bucks. We have our tubing. It goes up. It connects to our manifold. And then we got all this PVC piping. So all this PVC piping probably cost me about 40, 50 bucks. Um, yeah, we got a bunch of these specialty fittings. So I believe it's half inch uh, female threaded to male threaded adapter, and that connects to my system over here. I mean, it's complicated, but it works. So yeah, we did a lot of PVC gluing, and then over here we left a little bit extra for expansion, so we can cut that tip at a 90 degree, and we can bring that line down to the next row and build it that way. But yeah, this rack cost me a few $100. I mean, even building the original stand, um, yeah, I built all of these the same week. I think I spent about $500 on all those supplies. That's the one that's leaking. All right, let me shut this one down. One of the biggest issues I have is sometimes a snail will go down this hole, and I have to blow it out. What are you guys doing? I think that's a fat female goby. They are. You want to see one up close? Bam. So I love the color and I love the black in between their scales. Yeah, it just makes them pop. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know you're dealing with your thing, but yeah. But no, they're absolutely beautiful fish. But no, just like I tell everybody, if you guys have any questions for me, you can always send me a DM. You can always go to our website. You can get our number directly. You can email me. Anyway, you can send me a smoke signal, and I'll respond to the smoke signal. There's another one right here. Like I know. I'm gonna set the phone down for a second. Like I know, as the company grows, it's gonna get harder and harder for me to actually like talk to people and form these connections. But right now, while the company's small, yeah, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to have conversations with everybody. And in the future, I'll have other people. I'll I have other people that I'll have trained up that can handle all those questions too. Because this whole A8, yes, no, because A8, I think I swapped him. Oh, what? I'm trying to like zoom in on this fish. So I'm zooming in on my face. I think A8 sold, and yeah, yeah, A8 sold, and I moved this one here, but this one seemed to it lost a piece of its fin. I don't know how it got hurt. I'm gonna unpin that. My phone just like freaked out for a second. Let me see what you're looking at though. Let me see A8. A8. Yeah, A8 was sold. But the other ones we have A9, A10, A13. I think I moved these up from the B rack because nobody is in B rack right now. Yeah, nobody's in B rack because we're gonna redo B rack this weekend. Yeah, if you want later, I'll send you pictures of them. But yeah, these guys are very beautiful. Yeah, it still says it. I don't understand because yeah, sometimes we'll sell a fish, but it won't pull it from the inventory. It'll actually double the inventory. Um, like if I pin a fish to the screen, when I go back at the end of the stream, there'll be two listings for the same fish. So I got to go back and delete them both. But yeah, let me see if I can delete A8 from here right now, or even edit it. You know what? I'll just edit it. A8. Won't let me. Yeah, for now I'll just delete it. Delete listing. There it is. Yeah, I love Palm Street. I think it's a wonderful app. I know it does have some hiccups and some growing pains, but I try to work with them as much as I can, and I report those issues, and then they stop being issues. You can't wait. I can't wait. Like I'm gonna wake up. The post office opens at 8 o'clock tomorrow, so I'm gonna wake up at like 6:30, have my breakfast, drink my coffee, and just drive to that. Just wait. I'll be the first one at the post office. Yeah, I know you've been asking for, and I've been asking the breeder about Hellboys forever, and he just never answered my question. And yesterday, I was like, "Hey, man, do you got any Hellboys just like lying around the shop?" And he was like, "I do," and I was like, send them to me right now." But I'm more excited for the golds. I think the fancy golds that are coming tomorrow are going to be phenomenal. He's also working on the black betas, like the pure black betas and black lights. He said give him about 15 weeks, and he'll have some ready to go. Buy all the tanks. It's also time to feed some fish flakes. Sarah brand. We got a ton of plants. We got there's some Lowigia, there's some wisteria. I couldn't remember the name of the plant. It is wisteria. We got the hygro over here. This is an extremely hardy plant. Nobody can kill this plant. I can guarantee you, you cannot kill this plant. But yeah, they have a really thick leathery leaf. It almost feels like they don't stay small. They do grow tall, but you can always snip them because there's a stem plant right here, and you see all the little nodes. So you can always snip them at the node. There's a new root that's growing. You could stick that root into your substrate, and it'll grow into another plant. So when we open the plant nursery in November, we're gonna grow a ton of this stuff. I'm gonna order like $500 worth of plants, and we are going to cut them and we're going to grow them. But yeah, amazing plant. This plant's only been here for about 2 weeks, and you can see all the new root growth. And this plant's been kind of laying sideways, so you can see how it kind of bent up towards the light. But you see, it just took advantage and just grew more runners this way. Oh, and here's no, I'm grabbing the same plant. We have Java fern too, which Java fern stays small. But yeah, we're probably gonna get more plants next week. Like this whole tank. Yeah, they do. But yeah, this whole thing was full of plants, and they've been selling out so well. I've been pleasantly surprised on how well the plants actually sell. Like this one right here, moneywort. These guys grow tall, but yeah, you can always split these. These barbs are biting me. They have a sharp little bite. Here, let me feed them real fast. Yeah, we can get bamboos. They're not fully aquatic. You can only soak their roots in. I do like the Lowigia a lot. This one right here. Um, but this is the type of plant that you have to add iron to your water, because if you add iron, that rootstock turns dark red. We also have a few swords over here. I feel bad because he feels like he was pretty rooted in. And then this yellowing leaf right here, I'm going to tell you guys, we need more nitrogen in this water. There we go. We need more nitrogen, so we're going to have to feed a little bit heavier. Yeah, well, next time I do an order, I'll see if I can bring in a couple of the lucky bamboo plants. Oh, but also might be good for you is Anubias. Yeah, Anubias might be a good one for you. And didn't I sell you? Didn't you get one of the red tiger lotus? Yeah, the tiger lotus. Yeah, I had a rando bulb. Ah, he's like anchored. He's like anchored into the substrate. But yeah, this one kind of came out of nowhere. So this one must have popped off when I put the other one in there, and it's been growing this whole time. Yeah, because I remember I separated one for you, and I'm pretty sure this piece just popped off and it's continued to grow. Yeah, I'm glad. It's such a good plant. They get very full. They get very tall. Um, they're definitely a good buy. Like they're a very great plant. I gave some cultures to one of my friends. I got to call them to see how they're doing. But I think that's also one of my things is if there's people that I trust, people that I like, I will give them fish to breed. I will give them plants to grow, and I tell them the only thing that I ask is as soon as they're ready to sell, you bring them to me first. If I'm not interested, then you can go to the other stores. But yeah, if I front something to somebody, I tell them the only thing I ask, you give me dibs when you're ready to sell. And it helps out too because I can help out small breeders, I help out big breeders, and we help each other's companies grow. These guys are super cute. And here's my little discus. Ah, he ran again. Yeah, anytime I come over here, they run. I am going to get more discus in the future. We're going to get larger ones. Um, One thing that we do here is we don't chase water parameters. Um, so this tank is my softest tank. But when I get new discus, I start them off in the RO water, and slowly I convert them to our city water, just so that they adjust. But they've been adjusting really good to the city water. But he's cute. He's a really cute one. Yeah, they're fun. They turn into butt heads though. I had a breeding pair inside, and they laid multiple eggs. They raised multiple babies together, And then one day, the female just killed the male. She just beat him to death. I was like, okay. They call that angel divorce. It happens. It's a real thing. All right, but right now, I started the stream a little bit early. I've been doing so many. Oh yeah, she just beat him up. It was crazy, craziest thing I ever saw. But yeah, I started the stream a little bit early today. We've been doing so many early morning maintenances um, that I knew at this point I was going to be pooped. I was going to be tired. So I'm going to log off for now. We'll be back tomorrow. But I got to get some sleep because I think I have another maintenance tomorrow morning. I have to call my client and figure out what we're doing. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can always DM me. Yeah, so we stream Friday, Saturdays, and Mondays. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I might have to post that live. I don't know why I forgot about it. But anyway, this is Nelson with Creekwood.aquatics. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Nope.